Okay, everybody, so let's get back to the devotionals. There's been, the holidays and all of that in between. So day 13, called Love Life, from Real Talk Kim Unstuck book, which is an excellent 90-day devotional. Let me read a verse to you from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. And so, hard to do, right? Hard to do, but focusing on that will change your life. I remember when I first read about Paul, who was known as Saul. Saul was a major priest, had a high position in the Jewish culture in Jerusalem, and he was, once Jesus came on the scene to start his ministry, once that happened and Jesus was crucified, and then the church was already established through Peter and the other apostles. The church was growing like crazy, and people were scattering. The apostles scattered to spread the gospel, the good news. But Paul was on a hunt for them, and he was persecuting and murdering Christians because of their beliefs in Jesus as the Messiah. So on the road to Damascus, Syria, the Lord struck him down off his horse and said, Saul, Saul, why dost thou persecute me? You can read that in the New Testament. The Apostle Paul often gave testimony about how his love for Jesus changed his life. When he received Jesus as Lord of his life, he began a totally different journey than he was on, the journey that we study today. And he wrote so many books in the New Testament for us to study. The love that Paul received led him through the years to serve others. He had no problem laying down his life daily for the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we make decisions every single day that propel us into our next season. We may have somebody that's really against us, has nothing good to say about us, but how we respond is everything. We can remain stagnant in our growth and how the Lord wants us to be as Christians, or allow life to steal our dreams. We can arise and get up daily knowing that we'll make a difference in maybe just one person's life that day by representing Jesus's unyielding love. So what Kim talks about is in here, and I feel this way, is I don't want anyone, relatives, friends, anyone, to steal what my focus should be in life. I want to do the Lord's will. How about you? And that's where my happy place will be, not in people pleasing and worrying about what everybody in my life thinks, and they may not understand the importance of my faith and doing the Lord's will. But oh well, I'm going to do it anyway. Today, make the decision to see good in others even when good is hard to find. Determine that you will be the difference in their day by setting things straight. We don't always have to be right, but we must always love. And love has to lead. It absolutely must. And I have been unlovable, or felt unlovable, but I have been unlovable because of my attitude in the past, or my anger, or whatever it was. And that's a struggle. What are you dealing with? How can you just hand that over to the Lord? You can. Just hand it over to him every single day and say, Lord, take this day. Get inside. There's somebody wrote this and I love it. Get inside my head before anything else does. And that's my prayer, is don't let people affect me so much that I forget what I'm really supposed to be doing. Have a great day.